Hello, comrade. Welcome back to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. My name, of course, is Orbital Potato. Right, so, whilst you have been away, the worker bees have been very, very busy. By worker bees, I, of course, mean people, and by busy, I mean they've been busy. So, what has happened? Well, we're pretty rich in ruble terms, which is quite nice. Our American dollars ain't looking too bad either. But the more important bit of information that I have to convey to you is that we have absolutely bashed through this research. Now, there's a couple of little things that I've done in the break to try and aid the speeding of this research, in order to try and stop the sort of person atrophy, the people moving out of all of these flats. What I've done is I've basically placed a couple of extra buildings. I've bought in a whole bunch of educated professionals, very smart people, that sort of thing, right? And I've just got them to work at the hospital. Most hospitals I've now filled with ambulances, and as you can see, this area is suspiciously empty. There are 7 ambulances in this hospital, and all of them are out on call. So I think that is sort of the key in terms of. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. We got a once in a lifetime traffic jam. It's a once in a lifetime traffic jam because it doesn't happen very often. Can you really remember the last time that we had 4 coal trains backed up? I can't. I certainly cannot. But I imagine that a couple of the ambulances are going to be stuck in this area. Yeah, anyway, the point is that now, hopefully, a lot more people are able to access hospital care, which of course means that they're not going to move out as quickly as they originally planned to, which is great. All right, let's get these trains moved into a proper location. And let's clear this big old traffic jam. I do want to move to a stage where we start using bridges a lot more, but that's a problem for another day. Because in this episode, we're going to be working on the next stage of the car manufacturing process. In fact, I'm kind of hopeful that we're going to be able to get through a couple of bits of the car manufacturing process. Let's just make sure that all clears. Great. And then we can hopefully see that work smoothly. Great, that's looking fine. I'm just very, very conscious of the fact that if we don't have access to the fuel station, then that can lead to problems with power, problems with coal ore processing, problems with iron ore processing, etc, etc, etc. Anyway, yes, so research is currently ongoing. We've done the chemicals advanced manufacturing research as well, so that's all done. So we should now have a plastics factory, which we already had, but more importantly, I think it's in here, various industries. The chemical factory, the chemical factory's in here. Chemical plant, sorry, right there. Yeah, boom. That's the one that we're after. Because if we go to engineering industry, and if we have a look at the vehicle production line, we need to try and fulfill all of these different sort of components. So we've got plastics, mechanical components, electronics, fabric, and steel. Now we've got steel. We're making mechanical components. So that just leaves plastics, fabrics, electronics, and electronic components. Now that seems like rather a lot, but trust me, it's actually going to be quite easy to assemble these parts, I think, anyway. So the clothing factory is something that we need to do. We need to get the fabric factory sorted, but all of it revolves around chemicals. So we're going to have to try and, as a first port of call, get the chemical plant sorted. The way to do this: consumption at maximum production, gravel, wood, crops, and oil. What a funky way to make chemicals. I don't know what chemicals you're making here, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, very peculiar. So I was thinking that I know this area is, officially titled Oil Refinovsky. However, how easy potentially would it be to add a chemical plant to this area? I know the space is already rather limited, but the reason that it is rather limited is primarily due to the fact that there is, a bunch of cables crisscrossing this area. So, let's have a look at the... In fact, I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, let's have a little look at the imports. The imports and the exports. So we've got the oil in towards the left, which is cool. We've got the conveyor in, which the conveyor is for the gravel. I mean, that's not actually going to be too much of a problem to deal with. Maybe we straight up move it over here. I mean, if we can have it within walking distance, that would be quite nice. I'd also like to be in a situation where I can get multiple chemical factories, because chemical factories at maximum production produce 0.5 tons. So I'm thinking that we really need to try and, maybe get 3 or 4 of these things. I mean, that will be 200 workers that we're going to require in order to fully staff these things, but, that's sort of a price that we have to pay. So the real question is, where do we want to do it? I mean, I'm thinking, honestly, somewhere close proximity to the city. No real reason for thinking that. Another location that we could indeed do it, but I've sort of been holding off onto this location, is the town of Luslov. Yeah, there. As you will recall, we left the 2 tracks empty. That's or the 2 tracks expandable. They're pretty much ready to just expand down the river, and we can come over and start taking from this population over here. But in all honesty, that doesn't seem like a great idea, given that we've already got the oil pretty much right here. Gravel is, not too far away over in Gravelgrad, and what we can do in Gravelgrad is we can, set up the aggregate loading over there. And if we put it around Oil Refinovsky, then we don't really need to deal too much with sort of any additional, much additional train track. That's sort of the logic. Maybe somewhere out here would actually be not too bad. I'm really just trying to think, like, where would it be best suited to? I mean, we are going to need space. We're going to need a heck of a lot of space, and I'm not sure that this area quite has the amount of space that we require. Not to mention the fact it's got transformers and whatnot, which are a pain to replace. So I think that we're going to try and make it happen over here. Let's have a little look. So let's just sort of level this whole playing field, figuratively, because it's not a playing field. But we are going to be leveling it, that's for sure. Okay, we'll get it level. As I say, I want to see if we can try and get to a point where we have a maximum chemical plant production of 2 tons per day. 2 tons per day seems to me to be a pretty good thing to aim for. Chemicals they sell for a lot of money, but they are inherently complex to make. So take from that what you will. We're probably not going to be selling off many of them. Like we tried to in the last series, purely because we have much more of a need for them this time, as opposed to last time. All right, so this is quite a large area to play with, but even though I'm still not convinced that it's going to be large enough for what we require. I mean, there's going to be a lot of chemical plants over here. Good thing it's night at the moment, so I can barely see what I'm doing, but that's all right. The wireframe is keeping me. The wireframe is keeping me right. All right, this is going to start to get very, very tedious very quickly, but that's okay. We'll just we'll do this for the rest of the night, and then we'll see what we've got in the morning. And it looks like dawn is almost upon us. Oh, please, dear goodness, it can't arrive soon enough. All right, great. Let's slow down time and let's assess what we've got. All right, I think that this is at least a good start. That's for sure. Okay, so let's get a chemical plant down in the first instance. Also, we need chemicals to make plastics, so that's also a thing. I mean, consumption at maximum production of a plastics factory, it consumes 10 tons of chemicals, for goodness sake. And we're only going to be making 2 tons at a max per workday, so yeah. I want to aim for 4. That's what I absolutely want to do. I think we should probably try and do it in sort of units of 2. So we'll do 1 there, 1 there, and then 1 there. Yeah, after terraforming the land a little bit. And 1 right there. So we can, using pipes is not the end of the world. Let's move it just a smidgen more across this way. There we go. Perfect. Right, stick that down there. If we can make this happen, then that will be great. So, turn the wireframe off before it gives me a throbbing headache. How much gravel does this thing consume per day? Really not that much, I don't think. Yeah, 0.5 tons of gravel. I mean, 0.5 tons of gravel makes me think that we can set up a system where we just have trucks delivering to a aggregate unloading. Hold on, let me sort of try and illustrate exactly what I mean with this. Yeah, so if we have a conveyor, no, not a conveyor engine transfer, a truck aggregate unloading right in the middle here, and then we just unload, angle of connection too sharp. I mean, you see what I want to do, right? If we could do just something like that and then just have trucks queuing back here and just unloading as and when the gravel is required, it's probably the best way of doing it. I'm not convinced, though, that this orientation of building, the orientation of the chemical plant is particularly helpful for that. Yeah, okay. I mean, let's sort of we'll roll with that for a little bit. Okay, what else do we need? We need to get crops and we need to get wood. Right. How is that stored? How are crops stored? I believe crops are stored in a warehouse. Hold on. Wood and crops can all be delivered to this road cargo station. Now, it would seem to me that perhaps the best idea, the best option that we sort of have is maybe just having a system like I suggested with the gravel. You know what? I think I've got an idea. Cancel this. Delete this. I've got a plan, and I think that this plan might just work. But it's basically going to revolve around trucks rather than revolving around bringing the resources, you know, to the chemical plants in a train, for example. I think that's probably the best way to do it. The thing is that it's so the quantities that are required are so minimal, so unbelievably minimal. Okay, yeah, so we'll do that there. And we'll do... It's not particularly helpful. It was all going to be so smooth. Okay. Okay, try that there, and then let's go to a road depot for just a second and see if I can... Ah, also, bus stops, brand new things, and I definitely want to faff around with them in just a bit. However, now is not the time. Now is the time for action. Right, so, factory connection, that doesn't work, and that doesn't work. Building is in the way. What I wanted to do was I wanted to get the same road cargo station to serve each factory, although I realize now that that may not be a possibility. Am I able to get the same truck aggregate unloading to serve the same building? I mean, I will if I use conveyor engine transfers, which is what I think I'm going to do. Right, let's do that. Conveyor engine transfer. Right over there. Perfect. Okay, so that's that. Then I think we'll go for an individual road cargo station for each of these buildings. There we go. One there. One there. Perfect. Perfect. And that, I think, is all of the resources that we're going to need. So wood is going to be imported from right over here. We've got a very, very large quantity of... Hold up. What? Right. We need to limit the amount of boards that we store here. We need to limit it to right about 0, actually. We don't want to store any boards. We only want to store wood. Right, discard, 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 discard. Right, you know what? Empty the entire darn storage. We only want to store boards over there. We only want to store wood in here. Right. Yeah, okay, because we need wood. We need wood. So reset that. Great, happy days. We're only gonna store wood in that specific thing over there. Okay, great. So this is a relatively simple setup, not one that I was anticipating being this simple, to be honest. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to have, grain and wood imported through here, gravel imported through here, oil is going to be imported through pipes, which is never any problem to set up at all, really. And then chemicals, I guess, can probably just be exported from the same road cargo station. Is it literally that simple? I don't think that there is any simpler way of doing things. The only other thing that I would maybe think of is getting a different road cargo station to do the exports. But even that is kind of like... it's kind of fine. Or maybe, you know, store the chemicals in a warehouse and then they can be shipped around. Truthfully, it's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea to get a warehouse over here. Okay, let's see if we can manage to get a warehouse in here. Right, delete that. We'll do the conveyor engine transfers in just a second. We'll get the warehouse in place now. Yep. Okay. Looking good. Building is in the way. Really? Is a building actually in the way here? Oh, that building is in the way. Well, that's very disappointing. Okay, I mean, I can actually move this building a little bit. That can stay. Okay, this is going to be one of our more complex setups, I suspect. Okay, that in there. Great. Now, let's watch this all not work out. Too long? I did actually suspect that that might be the case. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be very, very sneaky and angle this in a certain direction. Right. Now, watch it work. It's going to work first time. Mark my words. Called it. Right. Literally that simple. So, chemicals are going to be exported. In fact, to be honest, we could actually have this as the import as well, and then these things as the exports, but that doesn't actually matter. Yeah, whatever. I don't want to make things too complicated. Simplicity is key here, I think. Right, now, the next challenge is going to be... Ignore me. Ignore me. I was away to say the next challenge is going to be making sure that we have the space to fit this conveyor belt in. I am mistaken, apparently. Also, I didn't really check the cost of these chemical plants. Yeah, they probably will be quite expensive, actually. Actually, the 72,000 rubles. I mean, that's not too bad. Can just about live with that. All right, let's go and... Ooh, actually, before we do press the build button, I'd like to get a bus platform. A bus platform can go right here. Yep, literally a bus platform right there. Absolutely no issues whatsoever. Perfect. I was away to say I have no idea how that lines up, but apparently I have used my great powers of foresight and have built that to be extra high. Well, that's fantastic. Okay, we're not going to be able to get a road connection in over there. That sucks, but it is what it is. Alright, no, we'll do this bit in just a second. Ooh, hold up. Need to make sure that we can get a rail connection in. Oh, we're going to have no issues with this whatsoever. We'll get a rail connection in just there. Perfect. And the rail connection can go right back in. Or maybe not. Maybe it won't go wherever I want it to go. Okay. No, it looks like it's not gonna play ball. That's fine. It doesn't have to do this, I guess. It's just, it would make it a heck of a lot easier. Nope. Okay. All right. Great. I mean, this is sort of a secondary problem. The primary problems have all been solved. Thankfully. Okay. That'll work. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. And then that just links up like that. Okay, that is great. That is so great that I cannot explain. I was expecting to be doing this for the vast majority of the episode, but at this speed, I'm pretty confident actually. Let's get this all built. Most of it should just auto build. But I'm gonna have to manually click on some bits and bobs. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I didn't build paths, although I suspect very much that, that paths are going to be fairly easy to build. Right. Alright, job's a good one. Job's a good one. Where did this road go? Did I not have a road in over there? Whatever. There is no way. There is no way that works. But apparently it does. That's great. I'm happy with that. Where's the nearest road over here? We don't actually have a single bit of road in this area. Huh. Alright. Let's see if we can make the road run pretty much parallel to the train line. There we go. And link that up right there. Alright, great. That's looking really, really nice. We've not spent too much money. That is only 2 of the chemical plants, but that's okay. And I know the complex stuff is still technically to come, but I don't know. I just feel good about that. That just feels really, really, really good. So, the resources that we need to supply to this area are going to be, well, not easy to do, but it's going to be very, very much possible. Where's my nearest vehicle depot? Ah, here, yes. Okay, so you're built now. Great. Let's talk about this. So, let's sort wood first. Well, I want to do these two as sort of like a proof of concept. So, what carries wood? Felled tree capacity. It's not technically felled tree capacity, is it though? That I'm after. Is it a covered hull? No. Dumper? No, not a dumper. Not harvester for sure. Maybe it is felled tree capacity that I'm after. Well, it's an open trailer. I mean, literally the biggest that I can possibly get. Is it the Kaz 12 tons? I suspect it might be 12 tons. That's pretty cool. Also 12 tons. Let's just use the Kaz. Yeah, let's just go for the Kaz. Okay, so we'll get two of these things. And we shall have you go to here. Yep, load 100% of anything. Sure. Wait until loaded. 100% wood. Yep. And unload right there. Unload 100% of anything. Wait until unloaded. Perfect. So we've got four slots in here. We need to make sure that we don't go overboard, but that shouldn't be too difficult. Okay. First stop is unreachable from current vehicle position. Ah, yes. I need to connect the road up. I think I can just about manage that. Perfect. A great amount of foresight. Okay. So you are now on your way. Great. So is this... There's literally a tiny little pile of wood. 4.5 tons of wood there. Where are all the wood collecting machines? Have they all driven into town to get petrol? Fuel? Where the heck are the wood collecting machines? Oh, they're riding around here. Nobody's picking up boards. $50 tons is in there. Alright, I guess that's fine. Cool. Sure. Great work, everyone. Right. Anyway, that's whilst that's happening, that gives us an opportunity to chat about the next stage, which is getting grain from all the way over here. Getting grain from this warehouse, actually. That's a bit of a pain. A bit of a pain to consider, actually, because there is already one train that is extensively dealing with that grain. I mean, this is honestly probably an opportunity to get another agro farm. But we still have so much transported... We have so much transported, or untransported capacity on these fields. I mean, literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of tons. Yeah. What is your max speed? To be honest, I think that we should probably try and just get this area upgraded, or at least the main thoroughfare anyway, so that we can just make the journeys of these trucks just that little bit faster. Yeah, that definitely does make a difference. But boy oh boy, that's gonna take a while to clear that backlog. I kind of want to sell just more of these machinery pieces. Yeah, okay. Let's take that down. Take the combines down as well. Right. Yeah, and then let's literally just buy more and more trucks, because at this rate, we're never, ever going to get through the massive backlog that we've got. There we go. Okay. 4 brand new trucks. Let's just let that happen. Yeah. Great. Okay, fantastic. Let's get the next crop route, or the crop route that I wanted to get with this Kaz. Okay, so you're gonna go all the way over here. This is gonna be, oh, this is quite obscene. Right, load 100% of anything. Oh no, in fact I can't do that because you don't take that. All right, we're gonna have to buy a brand new truck, but no worries, the Kaz will eventually be put to good use. I think it's a covered hull that uses that transports. It is indeed that transports crops. Any advance on 10 tons? I don't think we have any covered hull trucks that can do 12 tons. No, not even the Kaz. Not even the Kaz can do that much. Okay, right. So I want you to go here. Perfect. Load 100% of anything. I'm going to load 100% of grain. Okay. Wait until loaded. I'm sort of basing my whole assumption that this is going to work flawlessly on the fact that it's going to work flawlessly. It has yet to be tested. I've yet to put this theory to the test, but I think it's going to be fine. Okay, great. And you can go. Okay, so now we've satisfied wood, we've satisfied crops. Let's satisfy gravel next. You don't carry gravel. We're going to need a traditional dumper for that. We're going to get the Kaz dumper. Kaz dumper. I mean, 12 tons. 12 tons is 6 days of goods. That or 6 days of chemical production, basically, which is not too bad. Right, go here. Yeah, aggregate loading, perfect, and then go right over there. That's an aggregate unloading, isn't it? Yes, I have indeed just about managed to get that right every single time. I'm not bragging or anything, but I'm just saying, when I place them right. Okay, good. So that's gravel, that's crops, that's all of the stuff. I know it's only one truck for each of the sort of key resources. I'm kind of inclined to see how it goes with just one truck for now. I do appreciate, though, that this is going to be a majorly long journey. Majorly long journey. Yeah, wowzers. It's just crazy. This is a little bit of a mess right here. Yeah, this whole system ain't working out too well for us. Okay. Yeah, but that's all right. That's fine. All right, it's eventually going to sort itself. We need to just make sure that the sort of the trucks that we send from, you know, to collect the materials for the plastic can actually get to the warehouse. Alternatively, here's an idea. Here's a very, very good idea. Road cargo station. Yes, please. Road cargo station. Literally right there. Perfect. Get that connected up. That way we don't have to rely on... We don't have to rely on this this warehouse being, or sort of this junction being empty, being passable. We can just sort of head directly to the road cargo station there, which is pretty much ideal. I'm gonna have to find that darn truck now. In fact, the best way to find it is probably just by checking out all, related vehicles, and instead of loading there, 2 station stops are required. Sure. Right. Load 100% of crops. Cool. And Grainsky warehouse. Delete the Grainsky warehouse. Instead, go there. Fine. I know you're gonna run out of fuel halfway there, but that's okay. You'll just find a depot to find your resources again. Okay, so that's good. The next thing on the list is oil and getting the pipelines set up. Do we have any other outputs? We got an output right over here. That output looks pretty darn perfect for what we need it for. I suspect that we're going to have to put a pumping station in somewhere. Right, let's not auto build from rubles. Let's instead do our pumping station shenanigans first. And in fact, if we put the pumping station right about here, then that means that this can go on to form another pumping station, and we can sort of supply that area with the same set of pumping stations. Okay, let's plan it all out. I don't want this to be too confusing, and indeed, I'm not expecting this to be a super confusing job. Well, you never know, though. It might not be possible. Some other infrastructure's in the way. Okay, thank goodness we can get out this way. I say thank goodness. Am I gonna be able to get out over here? I mean, it kind of looks like it. I don't quite know how that works, but we're able to go right down the center. Always the best place to be. Right down the center. Okay, ditch this pipeline right there. Perfect. And let's link that one up as high as we possibly can. It might not work, just because it might not. Okay, can we go this way instead? Yeah, let's go this way instead. Okay, I mean, this is already highly contentious. Alright, I mean, there has got to be a better way. There actually has to be a better way. I find it incredulous that there is not a better way to do this. Okay. Okay, building is in the way. I get it. If I just sort of madly move the mouse around, will that result in any positive things happening? That is kind of positive, I guess. I spoke too soon. What about going under instead? How about that? I mean, I feel that under is... You're playing a dangerous game with going under. But, you know what? Dangerous games sometimes pay off. Okay, we're going over for that one. Sure. And then we're going down. Oh, it's good, apparently. I didn't realize that was going to work, but hey-ho, I'm glad it does. Okay. Keep it on the ground level there. High as we can go. High as we can go. Too long? No. Oh, that we're talking millimeters here. Oh, we are talking utter millimeters. I'm gonna have to ditch this whole darn thing now. Unfreaking believable. Okay. I know the game now, though. I know the game. Okay, we're gonna go down. Slow as we can go. Right, then up as high as we can go. This is actually quite amusing. This is like one of those puzzle games. Okay. I mean, pipes are not a problem. However, they are ridiculously unforgiving. Ridiculously so. Okay. Keeping it tight. Keeping it tight. Right. That's a bit of a problem there. Let's do that over here. Keep it as tight as we can. Ditch this. All right. No. Oh, that looks good. That looks very good. Building is in the way. Oh. It looked good, though. It looks very good. Okay, it looks ridiculous. But it looks like a proper chemical plant, doesn't it? Oh, boy. All right, that's 100,000... That's 100,000 rubles worth of pipes right there. That doesn't make me feel so good. I mean, it's worth it. I know it's worth it, but it still doesn't make me feel so good. Okay, now the easy one is just to get this across here and then down into there. Yeah, perfect. And that's another 15,000 rubles. So, again, not feeling great about that, but it's fine. Operating without issues. That's sending oil. Fantastic. Oil is already... I mean, it's filling up both the tanks, which is absolutely perfect. Okay, good. We still need to get workers and worker buses. That is going to be... not necessarily a problem because... I mean, it's not going to be a problem to get workers over there. I'm just thinking the length of the commute is going to be such that it's probably worth us building sort of a little extra connection over here. So it's just that much quicker. I would ideally like to use this bus platform right here. However, I'm thinking that maybe, just maybe, we can squeeze in a brand new bus stop. That's right. Well, I've never used one of these before. Does it show? Yes, it does show. Right, what if I put a brand new bus stop in right here? I thought it was going to work sort of like I mean, sort of like bus stops work in most games, where you just place it at the side of the road and bish bash bosh, that's it. Okay. Is this still going to connect? I don't think that we'll have any issues doing this. Oh, we are actually going to have issues doing this. Okay. So this bus stop is not as easy to use as a regular bus stop placing tool would be. Okay, I still want to use it. I just think we're going to need to squeeze it in somewhere else. Can I get a crossing not allowed overlaps with existing construction? What about a bus stop in here? Let's wait until the buses are finished up and there is no buses on this road. Come on. Oh, come on. All right. Plan B. Let's just get a sort of offshoot over here. Great. Offshoot over there. Fantastic. Get that built. That's looking quite nice. Sure. I don't know if the buses are going to come in one way and out the other, but we can certainly give it a little test. As I say, it's an experimental performance. There are no connections to that building. Oh, yeah. That'll probably do it. Right. Let's get that over there and that over there. Petrograd bus stop. There's only 7 people in that house there. Okay, it's probably worth us inviting some more people. There we go. Not sure that was really required, but hey-ho. Okay, and then the next stage is setting up a bus route. Now, I happen to have 3 buses just chilling out right over here. honestly think that this might be fine for what we need at the moment. So Potatograd bus stop. Yep, I only want you to take workers. And then I would like you to move right over here. And that is pretty much fine. And then I will copy and paste. And that is your marching orders. Please be getting on with it. Fantastic. Fantastic. Just great stuff. All right. And finally, we need to get these footpaths connected up so that people have a way to walk to work. As suspected, that was the least of our worries. We still haven't set up the other imports for that chemical plant over there. But that's okay. Okay, we got wood here. We don't have gravel yet. I tell you what, we're probably getting quite near gravel. I don't know where the gravel is, but it's probably en route right now. And if it's not, it will be soon. Also, what I should do is make sure that we have an appropriate number of signals on this little bit of railway, because even though we're not actually using it at the moment, it's still good to have. There we go. Perfect. All right, so we're going to start bringing people into work, even though it's not strictly required as of yet, but that's fine. Do we have any trucks waiting at the station? Oh, we do. You're waiting to unload the rest of your wood. That's fine. That's the way that it was intended to be. Where are the other trucks? Where's the truck that is here? You're currently coming through the center of town. I mean, if I had my way and I was an actual mayor and I could, assign traffic laws, I would make it so that big old smelly dumper trucks weren't allowed just to drive through the center of a residential district. But unfortunately, I don't have that sort of power. Alas, it's true. Okay, and that will mark gravel, which is the second chunk of stuff that we need to do. There we go. Great, we got 9 tons in there and only 1.89 tons, but that's basically 4 days of chemical production. That's flat out chemical production as well, so that's fine too. And then over here, we're still waiting. Hold up, you don't have any crops. Where are you? Well, you're coming with no crops. How helpful is that? Video game? That's not... The answer is not very helpful. Not very helpful even slightly. No, I don't want to be going over to City Titty Town. I want to be checking out our situation over here. Oh, no. What is this? What is this fresh hell that is developed? This is ridiculous. I bet you this is like a 1 in a million. It's like a 1 in a million chance of happening. All right. I think that signal setup should stop this situation from arising again. If it doesn't, no biggie. Yeah, how are we doing on the whole crop delivery thing? Honestly, not great. Not great at all. We've got far too many people trying to access the agro farm. And it's just not working in the way that it is intended to. In fact, it makes me really want to just completely ditch this field and instead put a road cargo station connection in next door. But if I ditch this field, then I basically give up on literally 240 tons. Literally 240 tons of resources. I don't really want to do that. Although, I mean, this is not gonna last. I mean, it is gonna last. That's the problem. Yeah, gonna have to find some way to fix that. The other thing that I want to do is I want to get this farm up and running. So I think that is actually what we can do. Yeah, in fact, if we get this farm up and running, sort of right now, so sell vehicle, sell, yeah. Do I have to do this all manually? Okay, that, I'll sell one more after this, yeah, that. And then let's get some more fields up and running. Yep, if we do this, there we go, perfect. Oh, there we go. It's a little bit higgledy-piggledy, but it's got character, right? Okay, good. Yep. Don't quite know how many fields we're after here, but sort of the more the merrier. Now, I didn't leave space for a road through there, but that's okay. Let's get these fields assigned. So that's, how many do we have assigned to this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 fields. So we need 2 more over here. To be honest, I think that that's probably enough. Yeah, I think that is probably enough, but we'll see. We'll see in time, right? Okay, harvesting. Let's get the most expensive harvesters. Harvesting speed. Yep. 1, 2, 3. And sowing. Let's get the most expensive sowing machines. Doesn't really matter. Alright, so once those are spawned in, then that should speed up our collection process, and that will feed, as we know, directly into the grain storage, which will feed the warehouse directly, which in turn means that the road cargo station is going to be getting more resources. So I want to get to a point where it will all work completely flawlessly. Actually, hold up. I've had a brainstorm. I've had a brainstorm here. I've had a brainstorm. My brainstorm is, if we move this road cargo station to here, i.e. so that it fits in with the, well, with this, the rightmost factory connection, then it means that we can get 2 more agro farms over here. And if we can get the agro farm to link directly into... Yeah, if we can get the agro farm to link directly into a grain storage silo and then link the grain storage silo into the warehouse, then that would be even better. Hold up. Building is on fire. Pause. Okay. That looks like your second time being on fire, son. It's not a good look. I gotta be honest. Not a good look. Alright. Yeah, let's go and see if we can set that agro farm up. Also, you'll note our financial situation just got a heck of a lot better. Pretty certain that is because we just had a delivery of mechanical components to the border, which is great. Okay, let's get this train to go to Mitsuki warehouse so that we can get this truck fully loaded. There we go. Absolutely no issues there whatsoever. The reason that I wanted to get that out the way is so that we can... Fire extinguished. Great job, everyone. Is so that we can bring that thing that I was talking about into force. Okay, where's that truck? Yeah. Okay, you're going to unload at the road cargo station. Fine. Demolish that road cargo station right there. And let's get it rebuilt as swiftly as possible. Yeah, that should be fine. No issues with that. And that's, I mean, it's the exact same functionality that we're going to have over here. Perfect. Great. And then over there, and we want to load up with grain. Perfect. And wait until loaded. Yeah. Fantastic. Keep up the great work, everyone. Okay, next thing. Whilst we're here, I guess we might as well just set up the grain storage that I was talking about. Okay, pause for a second. Okay. Like so. Great. Great. Fantastic. I really should be a little bit less scared of the whole factory connection thing. As long as we make them decently long, then turns out it's very, very workable. We can make them work a heck of a lot better if we don't try to make them super short. Okay, I'm not sure that we're gonna have space for 2 of them here, actually. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be doable. It's gonna be very doable if we move these tracks. Like, these tracks can all be sort of diverted out this way. It's just a little bit of a pain. I mean, I will do it. Don't get me wrong. But I'm not gonna worry about it too much right now. Right. There we go. What about down there? That's much better. Okay, so let's get that built. Let's not actually build that until I can be sure that the factory connection will work. It does want to work. That's great. Get that built. Get that built. Suspend the construction of that for a while, as there is no real need to get that all sorted out. And then I think that we can straight up just equip more fields. We can just get more fields to that brand new agro farm that we've got. Okay. It's quite a simple setup, really, but, I mean, it seems to work. Okay. We want to be as space efficient as we possibly can. Right, not working. Just we'll go for a curve, even though it's slightly less space efficient. Right, drag that all the way along here. Great. Let's get these fields out. Okay, so we basically just tripled. Our farming capacity. Okay, it looks like if I just expand this a little bit more. Oh, goodness gracious me. It's easy to expand as well. Fantastic. If I expand this a little bit more, I can get a big field right over here, which is just going to make it even more betterer. Right. That space efficiency that I was talking about really coming into play. A lot of wasted space with that field there. Not going to cry about it too much, though. Alright, great. Great. And can we get one more in? I mean, we can get one more in if I expand this just a little bit more. Okay, goodness gracious me. It's going quite fast. Right. So that, and just get that sort of flattened a little bit just to make sure that it all lines up. And that's another 5 fields. That is another 5 fields right there. Okay, so we haven't quite tripled our production, but it's not too bad. Okay, looks like we can't grow... I think I knew this, actually. We can't grow crops on horrible rock formations. That's intensely annoying. Yeah, I did know this. And I chose to ignore it for the sake of it being a bit more convenient for us. Okay, well, I guess, you know, we're going to have to just settle for... Wait, that is 5 fields. Yeah, we're going to have to settle for 5 fields instead of 6. Right, don't equip these. Don't auto-equip them, please. No, I don't want to do that. There we go. Fantastic. Okay, let's get all of the resources that this place needs. We'll get the big old articulating trucks. How many did we get in the second agro farm that we just set up? We got 6 and then 3 and then 3. To be honest, that's probably overkill, but it's fine. Yeah, I suspect that a ratio similar to 4, 4, and 4 is a little bit better, but I'm conscious, of course, of the massive crop tailbacks that we've got going on at the moment, which I am keen to avoid in the future. Anyway, are we going to get chemicals? Are we going to get chemicals anytime soon? Not yet. Not yet at all. It's not an issue though. Okay, chemicals. We want to limit this to chemicals. Bish bash bosh. 100%. There we go. Just like so. Okay, so we've managed to come out the other end of this episode, give or take, with 403,000 rubles. It's not too bad, to be honest. Right. Where's the load of crops? Almost actually here. Fantastic. Fantastic stuff. All right, let's watch this vehicle come in, as it is, I mean, pretty important. Boy, oh boy, by the way, I am excited to get all of this area upgraded to proper tarmac, to asphalt. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be really, really good. Anytime today. How many people do we have? We've got 11 people waiting here to work. And they're going to be supplied with 10 tons. 10 tons of resources. That is going to be, well, 4 days of work, give or take. All right. We're making chemicals. We are making chemicals. That's real good. That is real good. Oh, I needed to wait until unloaded. Yeah, can you just sort of head back to exactly where you came from so that we can unload the other... Well, what's that? 1.4 tons. That's literally 3 days. 3 days of production there. There you go. Okay, so it's not a quick process to make chemicals, as you can see. It takes ages. But what I'm gonna do in the gap between episodes is I think I'm probably gonna set this chemical factory up. I'm also gonna set these 2 chemical factories up with pretty much the exact same setup, and that will be. We got a power outage. What's happening here? What's happening to our power? Was there... Not quite sure what happened there. Just not enough power for a second. Bit worrying, but that's okay. How much power do these things consume? 14 megawatts of power? What does this thing consume? 12 megawatt hours of power? So it consumes quite a lot of power. Dare I say, it might be an idea to turn down the amount that we're exporting. That might just give us a little bit more of a solid foundation. Or not. Turn it up again. Just because, why not? Alright, I'm no electrician. I don't really care. As long as we've not gone negative yet, I'm not going to complain about that too much. But yes, I'm very, very happy with that. I am genuinely shocked that it was sort of... I'm genuinely shocked that it was this bad. This easy. It was remarkably easy to get this set up in a very, very easy fashion. It was smooth. There was hardly any hitches, to be honest. And in the process, we actually managed to add on a whole bunch of extra fields, which is great. Now, we're going to be wanting to add more fields, as I alluded to earlier. The reason that we want to do that is because we're going to need fabric. Fabric, I hoped to get round to in this episode, but as it turns out, we focused pretty solely on chemicals, which I am totally fine with. Right. The firefighters have managed to speed up the speed of the fire. That's just bad practice, really. This is just not very good. Right, we need to put more people into the fire station. You can't speed up the process of the fire. You can't speed up the process of the fire. It's been halted. It's being taken down. Is it because we had uneducated people that are in firefighting roles? Well, this fire is burning. I don't know what they sprayed on it. Doesn't look like it was water. Maybe like gasoline or something. This is madness. All right, thankfully, we've got lots of firefighters that are perfectly willing to do what they need to do. Electronic circuits research, we probably should have been doing that from a little bit earlier, but that's not a problem. I'm pretty certain that by the next episode, or definitely within the next episode, we will be able to get all of the stuff that we need. We've unlocked the electronics components factory, the electrical components factory, should I say, which was guarded by semiconductors, I think. Semiconductor research was what we needed, and indeed, we've got it now. Plastics factory is something that we're going to need to do in the next episode, because now that we've got chemicals, it opens a lot of doors for us. So we're going to look forward to that very, very soon indeed. Yes, so as mentioned, I did want to get onto fabric manufacturing in this episode, and then we could have knocked two of the sort of car components out in the same episode, but I'm not actually too bothered that I didn't end up doing that, because chemicals, you know, are a complex thing to get sorted, and we managed to sort them in, I think, what is probably the best way, using the road cargo stations really as a sort of buffer to hold the trucks in, and they of course will hold the resources rather than having storage yard upon storage yard surrounding the chemical factories. I think it actually ends up being a little bit of a neater system, even though it feels like a little bit more temporary. But anyway, we'll certainly be doing fabric and the other components, electronic components and electricals, or whatever they're called, electrical components and electronics, in the next episode or in the subsequent episodes. So absolutely stay tuned for that. But yeah, pretty productive episode actually, and I'm really, really happy with the way that chemicals came out. Can you tell? I'm pretty chuffed about it. Anyway, ladies and gents, thank you very, very much for watching. My name, of course, has been On Potato. I'll see you next time.